It was a fantastic day for Sheffield Steelers and for the Elite Ice Hockey League to see a UK team beating one of the biggest teams in Sweden. And I mentioned that, yes, Växjö were very much under par. They will be very disappointed from their performance. But you have to give some credit to the Sheffield Steelers for that. And it was a real template for what teams like Sheffield can do when they go up against the big boys in the Champions Hockey League. And it's obvious, I know it sounds obvious, it's much easier to say than it is to do, but if you give teams with the class, quality and experience of Växjö time on the puck, you let them get into a rhythm, especially when they're at home, you're not going to have any chance in that game. They're going to be too good for you, even if you're able to stick in it. And we saw some other examples of that over the weekend. You can stick in it at some point. They're going to break through, and when they do, they'll probably get 2 goals in a short space of time, and that's going to be your game over. Sheffield Steelers just went after them from the first whistle to the last. They went after them, forechecking, getting on top of them, breaking up plays, making it difficult at every turn for the Växjö Lakers. Växjö did come into it in the final period. You knew they would start playing a bit better at some point during that game. They've got too much quality not to, but first 2 periods, Sheffield Steelers were the better team. No question about it. They were the better team. And on the course of the whole game, even through overtime, Sheffield deserved the win. And you can't say more than that. In a game against one of the biggest teams in Sweden, one of the biggest teams in Europe, Sheffield Steelers running out winners. And the approach was summed up by head coach Aaron Fox. So one of the things I like about the Champions Hockey League coverage is that they put microphones on the head coaches. So when they go to what would normally be commercial breaks in an NHL TV coverage league, they would instead go to the benches and you can hear what the coaches are saying. Sometimes they don't say very much. Sometimes they obviously speak in a different language, depending on where they're from. There was an interesting one. I can't remember who the head coach was. The head coach was talking to their assistant and they were sort of covering their mouths, even though they were forgetting that they had a microphone on so everyone could hear what they were saying anyway, as I don't know why they're covering their mouths. But this is what Aaron Fox said at one point to his charges on the bench.
We'll give them the outside. We'll reload with that second wave. Everyone keeps buzzing here, though. Fucking love it.
Yes, everyone keeps buzzing. Fucking love it. Ain't that the truth? They were buzzing. They were just all over Växjö, and it's something I hope other teams will watch. Some of the so-called smaller teams in the competition. Get on top of your opposition and have a proper go, and you can catch them on a hop. I think especially these first 2 weekends, it's before most of the leagues have started their regular seasons. Teams aren't up to speed. Now's your time to catch them on the hop and to get a groundbreaking victory, and that's exactly what the Sheffield Steelers did. So brilliant for them. And they now go into 2 games at home at the Utilita Arena in Sheffield this coming weekend. What a weekend it is. They've already sold over 13,000 tickets for the 2 games. So they're looking, hopefully, to get sell-out of 8,000 per game. Friday night against Sparta Prague, and then Sunday afternoon against Swedish champions Skellefteå. Now, they've just beaten one Swedish team. You would say, well, Lightning's not going to strike twice, but boy, oh boy, Skellefteå. I mean, I don't know what they've done in terms of bad luck. They are being decimated by injuries. They've got about 11 players out. One of their best players this past weekend was Mikael Brandegård, the first round pick of the Detroit Red Wings this summer. So he was really good in the 2 games this past weekend, but he now is going to be heading off to Detroit for their preseason camp. So he's going to be missing next weekend. They've got a whole bunch of players out injured. 10 seconds into their first game on, I think it was Thursday night. If not, it was Friday night. Jonathan Jonsson got hit by the puck in the face. He was on the ice, got hit in the face. So actually had to undergo some minor surgery on his face to fix something. We don't know exactly what, but he had minor facial surgery. So he's going to be out for the next couple of weeks. Axel Sundin Pellikka, they're very talented. Again, Detroit Red Wings prospect. He hadn't played at all in pre-season. came into Skellefteå's first game, only was on the ice just under 3 minutes in total and had to come out. He's day-to-day apparently with a back injury, so they are in real trouble. So there's a lot of... Now, Skellefteå have some very talented youngsters, so there are several of their junior 20 team who were in the lineup on Sunday. But yeah, Sheffield could have a chance at doing the double over Swedish opponents. What an incredible achievement that would be for them. So we'll see if they are able to do it.